So hey guys, it's still Sunday. I've been working on my Superauto.net website. It takes a while. Okay, so I just uploaded some info to my website on lift kits for 2018 Colorado, like this behind me here. There's only, I think, like 4 kits out there. We're talking basic 5 to 6 inch kits. So we got BDS, Rough Country, Zone Offroad, and Procomp, okay? Yeah. So there's a few differences on the build, but the basic concept is the same. You lower the bottom suspension and drive line by putting new cross members on. And then you have to lengthen the strut somehow. So you're going to need spacers or extenders if you're going to use the factory struts. There's driveline spacers, brake line extenders. On my kit, the Rough Country kit, it uses the factory tie rods. This is the only kit that uses the factory tie rods. I don't know why. I assume, just by the pictures, that they're using a different steering knuckle. So with this steering knuckle, I can use the factory tie rods. There's no need to replace them. But with the BDS kit comes with new tie rods. Zone, same thing. And their steering knuckles look the same, Zone and BDS. Procomp, I don't even think that picture I used is the actual product. You can find that on the Procomp website. It has a little disclaimer on the bottom, you know, typical Procomp stuff. But yeah, they're basically the same. Cross members, drop them down, drop your drive line down, and all that stuff. Like, the only bad thing about the Rough Country kit that I found is that they don't give you extensions for your bump stops. Other than that, I think it's worth the money if you're a guy like me that does his own modifications. You know, I added tie rod sleeves to bump to beef up the tie rods. I fabbed up, or I had some brake lines made for longer brake lines, and I added my own bump stops from Daystar. So everything's been working pretty good so far, so I like it. So yeah, so I like it. So we'll get into something else on my Superauto.net website. I'll do a little maybe I ought to go into the rear springs, because basically all the other basic kits come with lift blocks in the back. I started with lift blocks and ended up putting Atlas springs. Atlas leaf springs and longer shackles. So that's it for Sunday. Not a whole lot going on here. Have you seen the price of gasoline? Outrageous. Yeah, so anyway, it's a little quieter in the garage here, but yeah, gas prices in here in Southern California are like $4 a gallon now. I seen a post the other day on one of the Mojave Explorer Facebook pages. They're showing the gas out in I think it was Death Valley. It's like over $6 an hour, $6 a gallon. It's outrageous. So, you know, I was hoping to get out and go somewhere, but I don't know now. Fuel is killer. I mean, the weather's perfect. Now's the time to go, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I could just throw it up in the air and go and see what happens, right? Yeah, So stay tuned, we'll see. I was gonna try planning another little trail run, but with fuel prices, I don't know. I really don't. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, thank you guys who signed up on my superauto.net website, and we'll see how things go from here. I don't know. There's a lot of other things, little things I'd like to do. I'd like to tint the front windows, but I'd rather save the money for fuel. Hey out there, it's Monday, and I am not doing a whole lot. Not feeling very inspired this morning. I need some inspiration here. So the wind's got to start blowing now, but yesterday I uploaded a little more information, taking a good look at some of the other lift kits out there besides Rough Country. I used Rough Country on this one, but there's about 3 other companies out there: Zone Offroad, BDS, and Procomp make a kit for this. So if you want information on that, look at www.superauto.net. I posted a quick look at those kits, kind of explaining the differences, and you know, they are basically the same. They look like they're using different steering knuckles compared to Rough Country, and the basic concept is the same. Like I said, Zone and BDS and Procomp all come with new tie rod ends, and I assume that's because they're using a different steering knuckle. No need for new tie rods on the Rough Country kit. And at the same time, the Rough Country kit doesn't come with bump stop extensions, so it's a little trade-off there. Difference in prices, I listed the prices and stuff. So you can find that at superauto.net. Yeah. Meanwhile, since I had nothing to do, and I was just like, my rear view camera on this truck is being blocked by the spare tire. Okay. So I had this idea a while ago, and right now I'm just like, let's look into that. So very easily accessible. You take this plate off here, covers up your tailgate. Okay. The rear camera is mounted, I should have done this first time, is mounted back here where the door handle is. And it's nothing more than this little plastic part right here. Isn't that interesting? I go, oh cool, so this would be kind of easy to relocate. Just take the whole thing out. The camera itself looks like it's just a little sealed unit with a cord coming out of it. But take the whole thing out, right? I'm thinking I could take that whole thing out and mount it up here on top of the third brake light, so it's facing down. Perfect. And then reroute the wires over here with the third brake wire goes back down underneath the truck where there's a plug. Get that out of here. Yeah, so here's the plug right here. Right. But that looks like it's a 6-wire, so I would need some kind of a wire with 3 pairs on it, or 6 wires in it, you know what I mean? A 3-in-1 kind of thing. Small gauge, flexible, multi-strand wire, so I can splice it a longer length and reroute it up to there. So it doesn't look like anything I can get from a hardware store. I mean, I do have not strands, but I got like telephone wire, and I've got some irrigation wire that has, I think, 4 pairs. In other words, there's 8 wires per wire. But it's not multi-strand. You want multi-strand. Multi-strand's more flexible. You know, it's all solid core, so it's kind of useless. I could put it on there, but it probably won't last very long. But yeah, so I just wanted to take a look at it. It's possible if I see wire out there, I'll get some, but probably have to go to some kind of like electronics place. More like communication wire. So there's just 2 screws in there. Put the screws back in, 1, 2, and that's that. Put the cover back on. So it is possible. Looks like it's be a lot easier than I thought it was. I thought it'd be like a freaking camera, you know, like a GoPro or something, but it's just a little lens with some wires on it. So that's all from here. Check out my website if you want more information on lift kits, particularly for 2018 Chevy Colorado. Got any questions on parts, upgrades, let me know. Because I've upgraded just about everything on the suspension here. Tie rod ends, brake lines, bump stops, rear springs. I got aftermarket springs. And I rerouted the speed sensors for the ABS controls or sensors on the rear wheels. There's one on each wheel, so I rerouted those. That's all for now.